Hi. So, last week we had the major derailment because of the death of 3 of the party members. So, new characters were made up to continue the game, and we had the first game with the new characters this weekend. And that went fairly well. The new party consists of a Tiefling Fey-Pact Warlock, a human sword mage from the Forgotten Realm Player's book, and a half-elf warlord. And since the last game was actually rather depressing, what with everyone dying, I wanted to start things off a little bit more positive this time. I just wanted to make a fun, simple sort of adventure. So I pretty thoroughly ripped off the South Park episode with the crab people, except this time it involved a cult of Bullywugs who were secretly operating a cult to get people to starve themselves and drink poison and stuff to weaken themselves, so that when the Bullywugs finally got around to attacking, that they wouldn't be able to defend themselves. And the players came in somewhere in the middle of that and had to figure out what was going on and eventually go fight the Bullywugs in their lair. And it was I enjoyed it. The players seemed to have a pretty good time with it. The only problem that we ran into was that with the Sword Mage and the Tiefling, a good portion of the party has some very mobile abilities, what with their ability to teleport and stuff under certain conditions, and since they were fighting mostly minions, those conditions got met quite a bit. So you had half the party that was popping around pretty much all over the map, and so the player running the half-elf warlord really didn't feel like there was a whole lot she could do, because a lot of her powers depended on her being adjacent to an ally, and it's hard to stay adjacent to an ally that's literally popping all over the map. So I just told her to stick with it, and that as we fought harder enemies that had more staying power and were in tighter quarters where teleporting wasn't quite so advantageous, because this adventure featured some pretty open maps, that her powers would come into play more often, and short of that to just stay really close to the fighter so that they could work some sort of tag team thing between her powers and him. So that was a pretty successful adventure, and the player, I gave them some adventure hooks and stuff that they could follow up on in the town they were in. But the players opted instead to go toward an area of the map that they didn't know what was there, so they just wanted to go see. So the next adventure is going to be about what happens when they explore this new area of the map. And thanks a lot, and I will talk to you later.